something from every event of the year. You've heard this before. This is Volume 1, January through June. And I think I'm going to read something about like a nature photography day was a day, I believe. Yes, that was what it was. And this poem that I wrote for that is called Orange Clouds and Blood Red Sunsets. My years of photography schooling in college was designed to prep me for photojournalism, catching the action from big reported stories. But that camera was an extension of my right arm, and it'd be like a connection. And on a moment's notice, I would just swing that camera up to my eye, and I would have the timing just right to be able to take just the right photo. And I may be no Ansel Adams recollecting wind speeds and altitudes and longitudes for photos, but with this catching the moment mentality ingrained in my head, I'd stumble upon nature scenes I now have to share with the rest of the world. It's on impulse, but when you see something so breathtaking, your only thought is to share it with all of the world. Dormant trees laden with snow at a creek or at an overpass, reflecting in the cloud-filled sky, or orange clouds creating a one-of-a-kind mystery as the sky can only be able to decipher. Then catch the sun through clouds on a rainy day, or in a blood-red sunset over Lake Pontchartrain, or catch that instant that the sun peeks out seconds after a total eclipse. See the sun setting from 50,000 feet in the air, or capture the divide between day and night from on high. Catch bare footprints, shadows under the snow, or get on a boat to get to the water and capture icebergs and glaciers, or all of the shards of ice like glass scattered in the waves that make the sea look like a crossword puzzle with pieces scattered about. Find lone trails along mountainsides, or stop where you see a massive field of giant sunflowers. Don't forget the pollinating bee that you may see on a dying daisy, or go back to the intense blue waters breaking at the shoreline. Wait, what about those moss, about all of that moss hanging from the plantation trees in the southern United States that remind you of the trees brimming with life in the highlands, or the bamboo forests in Puerto Rico? Because from ice to snow to lakes to ponds, that nature is so brimming with life. So, journalistic photographer, stop looking for people for the action sometimes. Nature has so much majestic, breathtaking, mind-blowing action to share, and in an instant, their moment is gone too. And that is most definitely worth sharing. But you see something gorgeous and you're like, I have to try, right? You know? And then I don't have my camera and you use your smartphone and you're like, wow, the moon is beautiful. I'm like, there's just no way I could do that. This is not working. That's not fair. This is a prose poem that I'm going to share from the third and possibly final Pheromemes book series poem. Dun, 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 dun. I think that was a bless you, I think. The cool thing about making up a word for a book title is if you search for it online, that is the only thing that will show up. Because nobody knows the word, it doesn't exist. This was a prose piece I wrote a long time ago that I wanted to include in this, and it's a strange piece, so I thought I'd share it with you. I've never shared it here. It's called The Robot Zombie Witch Girl Revisited. This is my curse. How many demons am I supposed to fight? How many barricades to progress am I supposed to either find a way around or physically break down with the palms of my hands? I know no one believes me and keeps shoveling the tasks for me to do into a heap in front of me, and I keep shoveling the mounds of loose rock and topsoil over my casket, waiting to bury me. But I'm like one of those zombies in those bad black and white B horror movies that doesn't seem to die, and I just keep coming back. back. I'm in one of those zombies lacking all color, and I have orbs for eyes with arms outstretched, letting you know that I'm very, very slowly with my leg foot dragging behind me when it's being dragged with a bunch of gauze, that I'm very slowly coming back to somehow get you. I'll be back to haunt you. This is my curse. The problem is, with all that bad right foot and all that gauze and that zombie walk that I have to do with my legs all straight, I feel like one of those buxom zombie witches with long straight black hair, and my feet thunk on the ground and my one foot drags, and I'm in this long black dress, and I've got all this gauze from my foot, and it's dragging behind me, and it's so unattractive that I can't even make a surprise entrance. What I think is the whole problem is with being the zombie girl who dresses in black and keeps coming back. Unlike an angel, my wounds don't get better, and I'm walking around with bandages, then I leave a blood trail behind me, even when I try to clean up after the mess I've made. I try, and it makes this undying zombie girl want to find religion so a God can come along and save me from all of this. I'm looking for crosses in everything. I look for the meaning in everything, and I try to get poetic, and I fumble with the masses, and I wonder if they all think like me, like nothing makes sense. So I can't seem to wax poetic, and I can't seem to get religious, and I'm left here just as lost as I was before. And I don't even know what else, actually. Well, I just know that I look depressed, and I keep coming back. So don't be surprised. It's just me. I'll share that with you. I have no idea. Why not? And that's why I also thought I'd randomly pick another periodic table Twitter link poem. Sorry, it needs music, I don't know why. For an element you know nothing about, I will bet. This is number 43 in the periodic table, TC. This is Technetium, Technetium's Inner Glow. Thought you were artificial, then you became caustic. You sound like a bad B-movie, radioactive nuclear waste. But injecting you into me, you make my organs glow. It scares me that you invade me, but when you do, deep inside, you stick around long enough to reveal the truth. That it is used and it's radioactive, but it's got a very short half-life, and they can inject it into your body so they can find if there are tumors and things in you, which sounds really scary. But this is how they learn things about science, and I'm like, you're kidding me. And
it's like a radioactive flashbulb.
But it has a very short half-life, and it's not going to be damaging to a human being, and so they'll do things that for medical. It's weird, the crazy stuff that you learn trying to figure stuff out about periodic table elements. So I think with that, because I just said weird stuff about it,